Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the ZX Spectrum, and we're playing a game called Draconus, a very nice sounding game. Draconus, published by Zeppelin Games in 1988. It's a platformer which also came out on the Commodore 64. The idea is, on this, it's set on an alien planet ruled by a Tyrant Beast, and you must wander around different screens and eventually defeat him. Now, it does have power-ups on this, demon shield and various other things, and flames, so game on. So here I am. On this large green sprite in the middle, looks like directions we got left or right. Avoid these bubbles because they will deplete energy. I'm not quite sure where your energy is displayed. Is it displayed anywhere? I'm not sure. But anyway, we've got 3 lives at the top. On the top right there, we've got the amount of flames left, and you can replenish those. This might be flames. Yes, it's gone up to 19. So great graphics and large sprites. Let's see how it plays. Now, I am finding it a bit difficult to do the flame. Is it down on fire? It is. There we go. Excellent. The guy can jump as well, though it does seem a little bit delayed ever so slightly. Can I get through there? Yes, but a nice big map. I would have liked this as a kid, I think, because the graphics are, well, they're nice and bold. Didn't know too much about this in the day. Now, if I do die, I do have a cheat for infinite lives. So there we go. So it's all about exploring as much of the map as possible. I doubt I would have got very far in this game as a kid, but it's not overly difficult to start off with. We are seeing a good bit of the map, rather than just dying on screen 1 and 2. No music, but good enough sounds, and the animation is, well, it's great, isn't it? It's quite good, this. If you had this one back in the day, let me know, either on the Commodore 64 or the Spectrum, and I died there, hooray. Right, oh dear, that was a mistake, or was it? No, so you can go 4 directions then. Whoops. Avoid these bubbles. They're animated quite well, aren't they? They're buzzing off all at random. No real colour clash because it's all the same colour. That's a minor bugbear, but you can get away with it. It goes with the moody theme of the game. So we're a crazy lizard. Huge sprite compared to most. I do like the animation of the legs going down. That's quite well done. Yes, it's coding genius again. I do admire a game with good graphics. Quite often they're overly difficult or don't play too well. But this is quite nice, this game. Nice bit of shading on that ladder. Right, as I say, my one gripe is, but maybe that's practice makes perfect, I'm finding it a bit hard to do the fire. Well, we can jump through that hole or get across here. Whoa, we need a few more power-ups, I think, to get the most out of this game. Yes, we get the Necromancer's Staff is another weapon, the Dragon's Eye and the Morph Helix, if you see that, shout out. Obviously flasks of additional flame, we've only got 10 left and we're dead again. Energy crystals will replenish your energy, and various spells. Now energy bar must be somewhere on this screen, but I can't see it. Where is it? Perhaps it means you get hit 3 times, you're dead. So there's different directions you can head off on here. A map would be rather good, as we're on our last life. Right, we know this bit before. Jump. Oh no, right. Now we've got to jump in the right place here because there's enough space to jump in the archways. There we go. That outfoxed him. What are those things on the ceiling? It's like weird triffids. Right, this looks new. Yes, off we go. I would like to complete this game. Look at the animation of the water there to the left. Oh, game over, we're dead. Right, okay. Oh, that's nice as well. There's a lot to like in this game. I will put a poke in now for infinite lives to see as much as we can explore. These are never going to be weak walkthroughs, as you know, if you're a fan of the channel for a while. It's just having a bit of fun. How would the game have reflected on your first few goes? Because this will be a little bit like that. Would you come back to it, kid, or not? I think I would have gone back to it a few times, just because it's interesting. Absolutely no chance of completing it. Well, I didn't die. Oh, I did die. You fell too far. Absolutely no chance of completing it, I don't think. But, you know, it is a nice, sort of like, gentle adventure. Many Spectrum games back in the day started off way too difficult. And as I say, you died on the first couple of screens. This one, at least you can explore quite a lot. I mean, Jet Set Willy is a bit like that. Although, Jet Set Willy, although I think it's a better game, wasn't quite as advanced as this one. This is genius going on here. Good, nice bit of coding here. 1988 Zeppelin Games. If you know any cool platformers, then let me know. If we haven't reviewed them already, of course. I don't want to review stuff twice. Yeah, I will probably have a look at that one. But I'm glad I bumped into this. Draconus. Good stuff. I mean, it is monochrome mainly, but there's a spattering of other colours there. Magenta at the top, magenta in these like cave bits. So the Ghost does put a little bit of variety, and the floor is yellow. Yeah, you know. Good stuff. So it isn't really monochrome, is it? It's just I'd say mainly monochrome. This going to go with a few extra examples there. Good. Right, shall we jump down? Whoa, well done, Nick. I think I've been here before, haven't I? So I'm not quite sure how many screens this one has got, but if you bought it as a kid, I think it was a budget release as well. Citation needed. But I think if you bought this as a kid, you would have had a lot of fun out of it. There is a lot to explore. And the screens are different enough, so you know you're not going around in circles. When we played Count Duckula, every screen seemed more or less the same. So there is new bits to discover, and that's what you like, isn't it? Screens that are just different from each other. Right, more flame. Flame. Can't go through there. Right. Okay, but you know, I think many kids would have been in a situation where they don't really know what they're doing. But who cares? It wasted out a bit of time. I don't know what the timing is to get past these bubbles. Who knows? Yes, as I flame the wall, waste that. I've got infinite flames on as well, so you won't see the flame gauge go down. And I'm dead again. Right, okay. Which direction haven't we been in yet? Let's go this way. Right. Off we go. More of those trippids on the ceiling. Get past that weird orc-ish thing. We need to get up the top there somehow, I presume. There's the diamond going up and down. Would like that a nice different colour, but it's a minor gripe again. It does blend in quite well and doesn't make a big difference to the game. Oops. Oh, that's a bit weird. I don't think that's worked properly, is it? Yeah. Is that a hidden ledge? Is that a bug? Anyway, let's just go and get up the top. Who cares how we get up there? Come on, jump. Jump, Draconus, man. Whee. Right. Should be able to get across now, should I not? Just knowing the timing. Like, a lot of games it'd be you touch the bubble once and you're dead. That would be so frustrating, but not so here. Frustrating game we reviewed, well, last week. The graphics weren't quite as good as this by a long way. It was Spooky Castle, so have a look at that review if you haven't already. So it's good to get comparisons between games. But overall, you'd have to say this is one of the better platformers, although I seem to be dying with quite regularity. You lose a life, you start from the beginning again. You know, I would like if you lose a life, you start from where you left off. That's another minor gripe. But it just makes the game a bit more difficult. Maybe they thought someone with pokes on, if they restarted from where they left off, they'd probably complete the game. They knew I was going to review it some years later. Alright, so let's just see if there's anything else to see here. So, if you've got a Spectrum or an emulation, I think this one is well worth tracking down. It's well coded, a lot of attention to detail, hasn't been rushed at all. It's a proper release. Hooray! Draconus! And I do like that name, Draconus. It was not a sequel to this one that I'm aware of. If you know different, let me know. Draconus. Now, if Psygnosis, that's a great name on the Commodore Amiga in particular, publisher. If Psygnosis had done games for the Spectrum, I would imagine to look a little bit like this. Actually, they did do Shadow of the Beast, didn't they, on the ZX Spectrum? That did make it on the 128K, which we've reviewed. So I'll have a look at that one. It's very busy, that game. Very busy indeed, but you know, you could be mistaken for thinking this was a Psygnosis Spectrum game, but it isn't. It's Zeppelin Games. This is the bit when someone says to me, yeah, well, Zeppelin comes Psygnosis, or some people switch over from one to the other. I do like those tidbits in the comment section, so if you've got any information, then let me know. Also, what kind of lizard is this, or is it just some man going to a fancy dress party wearing a very alarming hat? Let me know all the information. And who's this fella walking backward and forward? Who's he? And he's dead now. He's in flames. And why did he walk into a flame? What an idiot. Right, I think we're just going exploring bits we've already explored now, aren't we? There's the Triffid town. Let's drop down here this time. Diamonds. There's a blue guy holding up a ledge. Good, well done him. It's good to have a hobby. There was something to pick up down there, wasn't there? Oh, I don't know. I do not know. Not quite sure what happened there. Well, if we go over these bats and birds, I don't know who's feeding them. Are they birds or are they sort of like dragonflies? Anyway, they are animated well. Also, a nice atmosphere, nice mood. I was trying to see if I can go down that ladder. It don't seem to be letting me. No, it can't seem to be going down, which is a shame. Flame. Flame could have been yellow, but this is green flame. Oops. Oh, dearie me. Yes. I don't know. Right, let's drop down. Oops, yep, good. What's the best way to go? As I say, if you played this a lot of times back in the day, you might have a map. You do tend to get quicker and quicker the more you play, if you know what direction you're going in. But I'm guessing this game is all about collecting the right power-ups at the right time. Would love to see what the Tyrant Beast looks like at the end if you do get to see him. Or there's something to pick up down there. Something's flashing. What is it? What is it? We'll never know. Right. There's a bit of water there. Don't want to fall in there at all costs. Or can't destroy those things. So this is a timing element. Should really have picked up that power up going back. That might have been something important. But, you know, it's me playing and I've fallen into the water. Curses, damn curses. Well, I think we'll leave that there. There's a lot to this game, a lot to learn. Overall, I like it. It's quite good. It's quite mysterious. Not much sound about the place, but good graphics and great level design. Cool platformer. So that was Draconus on the ZX Spectrum, published by Zeppelin Games in 1988. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. Always love reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.